There is one thing that separates renovation companies from closing 30% of their jobs to renovation companies that close 75 to 80% of their jobs. And it's not luck, it's not cheaper pricing, and it's not being the design guru of your town. It's running a clear, repeatable, systemized sales process instead of just winging it every time you go and quote a job. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because I've worked with over 50 renovation companies over the course of the last 12 months around the whole of Australia. And I helped them generate very high quality leads for their business. But the main problem they were experiencing was the fact that they couldn't close many jobs. So what we did, we all sat down and we put together a predictable sales process, which has actually proven to increase all of my clients' close rates by 50%. And I'm going to walk it through with you guys head to toe today. So why your systemized sales process wins. Homeowners aren't just judging you by your designs when, they're getting a renovation quote. They are asking themselves, how professional is this company? Do they understand what we actually want? Are they organized, or am I about to walk into a renovation nightmare? And a system that makes your company look professional, calm, structured, and confident, and in complete control wins every single time. So first of all, what you need to do before you even book that consultation is you need to make sure that you're booking the consultation with all of the decision makers. Okay. This is the silent killer, which most renovation company quoters fall into the trap of. So when you're speaking to a new lead on the phone, you can use this phrase. Just to make sure that this is going to be worth everybody's time, John, who else is involved in making the decisions for the renovation? Let's book a time when everybody can be there, so we're not going to be wasting anybody's time. And what this is doing, it's not being pushy, it's making sure that you sound professional and putting yourself in control and making sure that you're not going to waste your time. So step one, the initial contact. I put you together a checklist with the questions that you need to ask on the phone. So first of all, you need to make sure that you ask who is involved in the decision making and book a time when everybody's available. You need to make sure that you ask them what problem that they're actually trying to solve. So say, for example, this was a bathroom renovation. Ask them what's prompting you to actually make this decision to get the renovation done. Is it a leaky tap, etc.? Is it, a cracked tile? So ask them that, and that will get them thinking about the current state of their bathroom. And if they start thinking about the current state of their bathroom, they're more inclined to actually make the consultation. Ask them about the timeline to make sure that, they're not looking to get the bathroom done in 6 months' time. Otherwise, it's going to be a complete waste of time. You need to make sure that you ask them if they've got the adequate budget. If you don't want to ask them directly what their budget is, you can say something along the lines of, okay, so with regards to the bathroom renovation, have you got an idea of what type of style you're wanting? Are you wanting like a high-end, low-end, mid-end sort of bathroom? And if they say, oh, I'm looking for a, sort of a mid-end bathroom, say, okay, cool. Have you looked into how much something like that costs? And then that will actually, sort of reveal their budget without you directly asking them what their budget is. And then I just wanted to confirm with you guys as well, confirm who the decision makers are, lock in a time when everybody's available, and send them a confirmation text or a confirmation email to make your company look very professional. Okay, so step two, the on-site walkthrough. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you find everybody's priorities, okay? So this is where you win trust, uncover the buying triggers, and actually position yourself and your company as the expert they'd be crazy not to hire. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Maybe the wife's priority is the fact that she wants a bigger fridge to make sure that she can fit all the weekly shopping into. And if she doesn't get that bigger fridge, then the renovation isn't happening. And let's say, for example, the husband, he wanted a 300mm overhang on his worktop so he can sit and eat breakfast before lunch, okay? That's what you need to do. You need to undercover their priorities. And when you ask about their priorities, you're telling the family that their renovation isn't cookie cutter, it's custom to them, okay? So what you can do is you can use this script. You can say, before we dive into measurements, I just want to understand what matters the most for each of you with this kitchen renovation, for example. If we could only solve one thing in this kitchen, what would it be? Okay. And what this does, it undercovers the homeowner's buying triggers and why this works. People buy emotionally first and with logic second. Okay. So when you listen deeply, you understand exactly what it is that is triggering the renovation, all of the people's buying triggers. And, what you're doing is you're actually painting a picture in their mind when they're explaining what they want of the exact renovation that they've already imagined in their head. So step three, the priority playback. And this is your secret weapon and quite literally probably the most important part of the consultation. So after the walkthrough, after the husband and wife has told you all of their priorities, what you need to do is you need to gather the priorities inside of your head and repeat the priorities back to them. Why do you do this? It's because it makes them feel heard, valued, confident, and safe in choosing you. So people buy from whoever understands them best, not who measures the fastest. So an example of what you can say is, so just to recap, Sarah, your top priority is a large fridge for more food storage, and James, yours is the breakfast bar with the 300mm overhang. And together, you're both looking for better lighting and a more modern flow for the kitchen. And what this does, it hits harder than any sales script, because what you're doing is you're quite literally painting a picture in their mind of the renovation that they're imagining. So step 4, this is very important as well. You need to make sure that you guide them through the next steps, okay? Your next step may be obvious to you, but the homeowner doesn't live in a renovation world. So you need to make sure that you need to explain to them exactly what happens next. Don't assume that they know what happens next. So you can say something like this: okay, Sarah, okay, James, what I'll do, I'll take everything that we just discussed, I'll take all the measurements, I'll go home, I'll put together a custom tailored quote for your family kitchen. We'll meet again in insert date, and I can walk you through the full quote line by line. And if you've got any questions about the quote that I've put together, you can ask me any questions on that day. How does that sound for both of you? And what this does, it sounds clear, it sounds professional, and it sounds like you're a leader, and people trust leaders, okay? And if you're, spending time to actually go out of your way to go and quote this job, measure up everything, and, actually use up all of your energy to do this renovation quote, you might as well go home, put the quote together, and then actually meet them again to walk them through the quote. What this does, it's much more of a personalized angle. And instead of just sending off an email, you're actually meeting up with the homeowner and walking them through the quote head to toe. And this is going to make them want to go with your company as opposed to any other company, because it looks more tailored towards them. Now, the companies that I'm currently working with have implemented this system into their company, and it's quite literally increased their close rate by more than 50% on average. Okay, so what this is doing is not becoming a better salesperson, but it's actually implementing a sales process into your company, which predictably allows you to close jobs and increase your close rate, okay? So if you're doing, say, 30K per month at the moment with your bathroom renovation company, implementing the sales process will quite literally turn your revenue from 30K to 60K per month, providing that you do everything properly. If you guys are struggling to close jobs, implement this strategy that I've just walked you through today, and I guarantee that you'll close a lot more jobs. Take care.